Hello, this is Billo, and this is a short story, Virus Against Them, by William L. Ramseyer. Just about everybody else is dead now, and they didn't die that painless video kind of death like in the beginning. When the jerks nuked LA and Houston, like I said, that was just television death, some kind of horror movie that no one believed. Wow, big deal. It was even sort of exciting to run down to the shelter, then come out after the all clear and see the trees and buildings, the blue sky, the whole town, more beautiful and fragile, more real than ever before, because we were still alive. But that was then, when there were still people. Now, well, I've been thinking a lot about people lately. I never appreciated them before. They always got in the way, driving like old ladies when you were trying to get to work on time, or cutting in front of you in line at the store because they were in such a damn hurry, or blocking your way on the sidewalk, begging, trying to make you feel guilty. Friends and family, sure, that's different. But people generally, I always thought they were a pain in the ass, but I guess you don't miss your water until your well runs dry and all that. Anyway, there aren't many of us left now. We watch them all cough a few times, throw up, and die. Not some movie actors, but I mean the old woman next door with the cats, the checker at the supermarket who never smiled, the parcel post delivery woman, the two kids down the street, almost everyone. Oh, there's a few of us left. We talk only by phone, and we've got computer links. No one gets within 50 feet of anyone else now. The jerks did it. They took their bioengineering, they did it to us. I'm not bitter. Actually, I'd love to have people here again, even the enemy. It'd be good to have a town full of people. Revenge, I'm beyond it. But pride, that's something else, and to hell with it anyway. By the way, I'm Charlie Rodriguez, mayor of San Lorenzo, a major in the California National Guard, and now by default, head of the West Coast Unified Command. Anyway, to cut through the BS, the bottom line is this: we're giving up. As soon as I can get through to the enemy, we're surrendering. A face came on the screen, a young man's face, pale skin, thin blonde hair, pimples, and Iron Cross earrings. He wore a white t-shirt and the cap and insignia of a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army. Well, surf punk, thought the mayor, you got miles and miles of beach to yourself now. Hey man, Major, I got some dude from Asia on the phone. He says he's the official representative, coming through in 60 seconds. Any contact with Washington? Nah, I can't get anyone east of Arizona. The phone rings, but nobody answers. I just get a message. All right, thanks. Two new faces came on the screen. Enemy number one, a middle-aged man in a brown uniform, and enemy number two, a young general in a green uniform. A marble table in front of them, and behind them, rows of officers sat at computer consoles. Soldiers ran frantically up and down the narrow aisles, waving reports. Jerks, thought Rodriguez, then suppressed that thought. The war was over, almost over. Enemy number one bowed and smiled slightly. Then the two uniformed men sat down. The general started to rub his nose with the back of his hand, changed his mind. No BS, said Rodriguez. We give up. Surrender. Come and get the keys. He waited for the translation. There was none. You win, understand? I speak for what's left of the United States government. There's just one condition. Please excuse us, said the older enemy. The screen went blank for several minutes, then the two officers came back on. We might consider your offer, said the general. Tell us your condition. We just want the antidote to the virus. We call it the jerk virus. Rodriguez coughed in embarrassment. The middle-aged man coughed too and adjusted his tie. The general sighed and sat wearily back into his chair. He pushed a button and all of the soldiers behind him blinked out. Her heart was just a hologram, as the song goes. A thick antivirus panel separated the two enemies. The older enemy smiled painfully. "I am truly sorry," he said, "that we find ourselves unable to accept your condition, as we do not have the antidote either." The end.